Welcome to Redefine Possible. I am Heli Yashua, and today, joining me is Chicago Sky and the Sky Cares Foundation. We'll have two guests joining me momentarily to talk about their roles and the significance in the Chicago Sky and the Sky Cares Foundation. We would have a video, but right now, joining me is the head of Sky Cares Foundation, Jordan Johnson. How you doing, Jordan?
Doing good today. How about yourself, man?
I'm all right.
Good to be back.
All right, so let's get right into it, Jordan. Just tell us a little bit about what do you do for the Sky?
I'm the lead of the Chicago Sky Cares Foundation. So my title is Community Relations Manager, but essentially I lead all aspects and activities on outreach and efforts with the Sky Cares Foundation. And we'll get into what we do in the community a little bit later, but as far as like everything from fundraising, event planning, building relationships, getting our players out there, doing some awesome things, doing some things at our games is all within my responsibilities, doing some great things with the Sky.
All right, cool. Now, since you've been with the Sky, how long have you been the head of the Sky?
Going on my third season. Personally, I was in school before I came here in Chicago. Went to the Tennessee State University in Nashville, studied marketing, and then I went to Georgetown University in D.C. To get my grad work. Did my master's in sports industry management, and then I came here with the Sky. Actually, one of my colleagues is a Georgetown grad and kind of linked me up with the Sky, Michael Alter and Adam Fox, who's the owner and CEO. And then I got here. And then I have a passion for helping young people, and basketball is my favorite sport.
Right.
So doing things within my passion and within my field is definitely a blessing. And Sky is definitely a good place to be, for sure.
That's great. I'm glad you feel good about that. Looks like it was a lot of steps to get to where you got to today.
For sure.
And you seem real proud, and that's good. You want to.
I can't complain, man. Yeah.
So, man, what's been your biggest challenge with the foundation thus far, or if any?
I would just say that in Chicago is such a civil and community-driven coming together city, and a lot of organizations and nonprofit organizations, charities, and even other Chicago sports teams were doing so much in the community. So I guess the biggest challenge is supporting others, as well as just kind of setting yourself apart from other foundations who are kind of doing the same initiatives and missions that the Sky is doing, or who's doing something totally different. So just kind of I guess in a friendly competition,
right.
just getting the right support that we need to continue to do great things and having people believe in the Sky. It's a great challenge, but I wouldn't say it's a negative challenge. It's just something to build upon.
Cool. So now tell me, what sets Sky Cares Foundation apart from any other Chicago team?
Chicago is a great city, great sports town city.
Right.
NFL, NBA, NHL, WNBA, MLS, we're all here. And everybody's doing great things in the community. The Sky, we're working on our history. We're 12 years in. We're still a preteen. Getting the cities to continue to come out to games and continue to believe in us and see our players out doing great things. But community outreach is our strongest, I would say, element to the Sky Cares Foundation. Grassroots marketing, putting our face out there in different areas around Chicagoland, all the way from the south side to the north side, west side, suburbs. Getting our reach out there is definitely what sets us apart, and getting people to believe in our community work gets them at our games. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So I want to know personally, what do you feel like you contribute to just your overall team as far as the foundation?
I think I just contribute just excellent help, and it's always good to go out and see our hard work unfold and see other people enjoying what we're doing and really inspiring people to redefine possible and to reach their potentials and do the best that they can do.
All right. Looks like we got a caller, so
all right.
Let's see what they want to talk about.
Hello.
Hey, caller, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, I'm
I have a
here.
question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. I have a quick question. What do your athletes do for the community?
Our athletes are very passionate about the community, especially for young people and young boys and young girls, because a lot of our players they come from challenging backgrounds and people not believing in them, and then they have their support system. So just kind of hearing their stories and how they got to where the professional athlete is today, because majority of our players they go overseas and they do things overseas. They do things here in Chicago as far as visiting schools and visiting youth groups and doing these player appearances and really inspiring kids with their inspiring stories and letting the kids know that you can be even greater than what I am today. So using their stories on how they got to their professional levels is how that we inspire youth with our players. And then there's also community service projects that we do with City Year around Martin Luther King Day every year. We do a toy drive with our players around Christmas time for Laura Beta Children's Hospital. And then during the season, we have a breast health awareness initiatives and health and wellness initiatives. And our players, they auction off their jerseys and sign autographs and just make the experiences better for all of our fans and the community. And it's great to just work with people who actually care. And to not just doing things just to do them, but doing things because they care and they have a passion for it is definitely great in Sky. Yeah, players are girls.
You guys are doing a lot of great things. It sounds wonderful, man. It
For
sounds
sure.
wonderful. We have another caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Hi, this is Jessica. I have a question.
Hey, caller, can you speak up for us?
Yeah. We can't really hear
Caller
you.
can't really hear you. We'd love to discuss what you have going on.
Trying to get you.
It's okay.
All
Call us back in a few
Yeah.
minutes, and then we'll try to get you on.
It's all right. All right. Maybe they're there now.
Maybe that's them again. Let's try it one more time. How you doing, caller?
Hi, this is Jessica. Can you hear me?
Hey, Jessica, I can hear you. Thanks for calling in.
So I had a question for you guys.
Sure.
Which communities do you typically work in?
Okay. The Sky Cares Foundation, we have 5 platforms that we support, and this is how we do all of our activation, and we focus in on these areas to do our outreach, and they are youth and family initiatives, whether that be health and wellness, life skills, education initiatives. What we do with City Year, AARP Experience Corps, we adopt a school, and a lot of financial literacy events that we do for young people outside the games. And then you'll hear about a little bit later, but we bring our groups to our games for all 17 home games. And then we'll talk about it more later, but we're having a STEM contest, so that's a lot to do with youth and family. And then Inspiring Women, of course, is another platform that we do outreach in. And we acknowledge women leaders at all of our home games with the Redefine Possible Women's Leadership Award Series. So we acknowledge someone at every home game who are doing great things out in the community, but also handling their business with professionally. But you can go to our site, www.chicagosky.net, to nominate someone that you think that could be a great recipient of this award. Another platform that we support is military and veterans. And we honor a military veteran in every single game with an award and a photo op with Sky Guy, and also a vet hiring expo. So we're helping our veterans get job placement. Health and wellness is another platform of ours, and diversity and inclusion. So within those 5, we continue to do great things out in the community and continue to connect others with the Sky and continue to partner with other organizations that have along the same mission as us. So it's awesome.
All right. Right now, I'm just going to take a second and I'm going to put up a couple of events that you guys have coming up. I'm sure you would love that. Love the public to see. And here we go. Thank you very much, Jordan. Now up next, I have Nick Burke with me, who is the head of the Sky's charity ticket program.
Thanks for having me on.
How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing well, doing very well.
All right. Thanks for joining us, man. And if you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in, this is CAN TV, and you're watching Redefine Possible. I'm here with Nick Burke again. He's head of the Sky's charity ticket program. So, Nick, just tell us about what it is that you do for the ticket program.
Yeah, so a lot of the programs and elements Jordan talked about a couple minutes ago, I do a lot of the back end work regarding tickets and logistics for all these groups coming out to our games. My main title is the Charity Ticket Coordinator, which basically we have a program called the Charity Ticket Program. And basically we provide tickets for underserved kids and their families to come out to Chicago Sky games throughout the summer, throughout the entire 2017 season. Basically, this program is supported by our legacy partners, which is our main community partners that we work with year-round to help support all those other programs as well. And basically, they're the ones that are helping to provide these tickets to all of these kids that come out on a regular basis.
Okay. Now, what type of groups do you typically reach out to?
Yeah, so most of the groups that come out are 501c3 nonprofit groups, mainly here in Chicago, the Chicagoland area, and out in the northern suburban areas as well. We also help bring out CPS schools. A lot of issues going on with the CPS schools, so we try and do our part and help bring out those kids down in the south side of Chicago, and the kids that are just really underserved and don't really have the resources to experience a professional sporting experience. And I think that's one of the key aspects of the program. A lot of these kids come from families that don't have the resources, the means to make it out to a professional sporting event. So this program was designed to kind of give them that inspiration to become the best that they can be, moving forward in their lives in school, getting that education, whether that be going into education, sports, whatever their aspirations are. This program kind of helps inspire kids throughout the year. So that's pretty much, the program, what it's all about. So, yeah.
So, you might have touched it a little bit, but just tell me, what makes you feel good about going home at the end of the day working with, Chicago Sky?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the positions that I have with this guy. It's definitely, I'm really fortunate. All these kids coming out, especially during the season, I'm able to see them, and we're become friends with a lot of the kids that regularly come out. So it's definitely a fulfilling, job for me to see these kids running around that could be on the streets, but they're here at our game supporting our team, and while we're supporting them. So it's kind of a mutual support system that we have going on with a lot of the kids in the community. So it's great to see a lot of the kids connect with the players as well. That's something that we take pride in, and we want to utilize our platform and a lot of our players and coaches to inspire these kids at an early age. That's one of the main aspects that we have with our community department, is to try and inspire kids at an early age. That way they become a fan, and once they become a fan, they'll become a fan for life. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely one of our main strengths with our charity ticket program, for sure.
So just tell me, how did you get along with the Sky Cares Foundation and the Ticket Program Foundation?
Yeah, so I actually worked my way up. I started out as an intern with the charity ticket program, and just some domino effects fell in line, and I really love building relationships with people, and the Sky could see that. So they put me in this position with Jordan, where I can go out in the community and really just make an impact with a lot of the nonprofits, community groups that we work with. So it's just been a very fortunate time for me, and this is my second year going with the Sky.
That's great.
We're just really excited for the season coming up May 19th. If you want to check out more information, definitely check out our website for sure to find out more about what we do in the community, and it's just great what we're doing year-round. So,
right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have a little time. I'm just going to put up some information where they can reach you and be a part of the ticket charity program with Sky. And you guys can register
right there. You can, if you want to look more into the charity ticket program, you can register right there. If you know of nonprofit or 501c3 nonprofit organization, a community group that can benefit from this, please have them sign up for the program. It's right there at www.sky.wnba.com/charity tickets. So yeah, if you know of anyone that can participate in this program, please do share. We would love to have them out and just be able to provide the opportunities for the kids and their families. So make sure you do that.
And his name is Nick Burt, guys, and he's the head of the Sky Ticket Program, charity program.
Yep, and feel free to reach out with my email as well. He'll slide over my phone number as well, 312-994-5995. So make sure you get a hold of me, and I'll be happy to help out and see what we can do to get your group and your kids out to a game.
Yeah.
So.
Don't feel scared, guys. He started off as an intern and he worked his way up, and he just wants to help people, and I think that's what we should be striving for, man.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
So yeah, I thought we had a caller, but as far as time's sake goes, would you be able to tell me about an instance where maybe you got close with the kid that was part of the program, and maybe, I don't know, if he had some issues going on, just something inspirational.
Yeah, definitely. So, one good thing about sports, it can provide an escape from everyday life. Yeah. A lot of these kids, especially the south side of Chicago, they've gone through some of these hardships with their families, and it's such a great way for them to come out and escape and just have a memorable experience. I think that's one of the main things that we strive for, is just to create such a memorable experience where they'll be motivated to, get in the classroom, get good grades, go to college, get an education, and just be successful moving forward in their lives. And with these kids coming in, I've gotten to know a lot of the kids coming to our games, and just seeing them grow up. I mean, only for 2 years, I've seen some kids, who came off the streets and didn't really have any inspiration, or something to look forward to. And just seeing them, 2 years later and seeing what a difference it makes, them coming out. Definitely, I love the position I'm in.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
we thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up Nick's information one more time so you guys can get a. Oh, let's see. We have a caller. Caller, are you there? Go ahead. Is the caller there?
Hi, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Stephanie, and I'm from the north side of Chicago.
All right.
Perfect.
And I'd like to know what advice you give to young people who want to play professional basketball.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great question. You see all the professional sport, or I guess athletes, they really had to earn their way up to where they're at. You see a lot of the glitz and glamour of professional athletes nowadays, but now what you don't see is all of the grind that they put in, on the court in practice, in the classroom. So my advice would be to, first start with education. You need to get an education. Let's say the basketball route, doesn't work out. You still need to have your education there to allow you to provide other outlets for your future. And basically, I think it starts with education, and then you just have to set goals for yourself. If you want to become a professional athlete, you really have to work your way into it. It's going to be a lot of hours in the gym. It's going to be if you want to be a track star, a lot of hours on the track. Just a lot of work you got to put in to get to where you want to be moving forward. So, just keep grinding, keep at it, and just make sure you have fun while you're doing it. And I think that's the main thing with trying to reach your goals. Just have fun and enjoy the ride while you're doing it. So.
I'd like to thank you, man. You guys shared a lot of information, a lot of great information. You gave insight on everything that you all do for the community and the players that you're with, the other foundations that you work with. We thank you. We thank you all for your service. We thank you for staying dedicated to what you all do. It seems like you love what you all are doing. And I just hope you guys keep the ball rolling, literally. And everything sounds great. So I'm just gonna put up some information that you guys can get to about further or future events that the Sky Foundation, Sky Cares Foundation, and the Chicago Sky have coming up.
Yeah, so basically we have a couple events coming up. So we have our Sky Cares Youth Gala. This is one of our main events that we got going on this year on June 21st. This is going to be one of our biggest fundraising nights that we'll have throughout the year. So basically, you know, if you want more information on that, you can definitely check out our website, or you can contact one of our contacts here, Sam Salzeder. But basically, this is going to be one of the biggest nights that we'll have all year to help the youth throughout Chicago. A lot of our programs that we do year-round, this is going to be a huge night for us. And then also we got our, as Jordan mentioned earlier, our Veteran Hiring Expo coming up in July. And this is another great opportunity that we do for a lot of veterans in the local community to help them find jobs and help them, you know, get them off the streets and just put them in a position for them to succeed moving forward. And you know, it's also a time to thank them for their dedication to our country, and just a great time overall for our veterans. So.
All right, cool.
Perfect.
Jordan, would you like to talk about the On the Table event coming up? I see this is your contact.
Yeah, so Chicago Community Trust, we are partnering with them for this event, and we're going to be at Sullivan High School in Rogers Park, and we're going to be talking about racism and social inclusion. So this is a very deep subject topic that we're going to get community people together. That means families, you know, community civil leaders, aldermen is going to be there, principals, teachers, students, you know, young professionals, millennials, old people, or I should say elderly people. We're all going to be together, and we're all going to talk about racism and social inclusion and how that relates to education, and just in our social interaction with each other as a community. And we feel that having this sit down conversation, round table discussions where people from various backgrounds and ethnicities coming together and just talk about issues and how we can make it better, and coming up with solutions and not just talking about the problem. Really just figuring out what the actual need is to get everybody moving forward and to come together and make the city something special. So we thank Chicago Community Trust for even thinking about the Sky and allowing us to host this, because they've been doing this for the past like 5 years or so, and I think it's grown to about 50,000 plus participants. And last year we did this with all this professional sports team in Chicago on how we can come together and do more. So this is going to be a very special event for the Sky, and you guys can contact me in order to register for the event. It's free. We're going to provide food. It's going to be a great night. So thank you.
All right, and yeah, man. This is CAN TV, and you were watching Redefine Possible. I'd like to thank Chicago Sky and the Sky Cares Foundation
Thank you.
again. Thank my man Jordan Johnson here, my guy Nick Burke. They shared lots and lots of wonderful information with us today. We hope you all were informed. Thanks for tuning in, and you take care. Good night.